Good morning, students.
Good morning, sir.
So yesterday we have finished with all these calculations in x and y direction. This was for the last strip corresponding to MCDN, which is the bottommost this particular strip. MCDN. This also we have calculated, finding out the moment in considering the this one as the span and finding out the moment in this particular direction with this span. So it is something like this, we can say. Whatever bending, whatever flexural bending is there in this particular direction that we have assumed. Now with this, we finish this and we will move on to finding out the bending moment diagram and shear force diagram for this particular type of. So we can see if we go one by one. So in the long direction, we are having the first strip as AE, AE, that is ACGE. ACGE. So this we can see that we are having, these are the modified ultimate loads in kilonewton on the column numbers 1, 4, 7, and 10. This is the step number 6 in this particular design of raft after calculating the Q ultimate values for all the strips. So we have got how many numbers of strips? 1, 2, and 3 in y direction, and 4, 5, 6, and 7 in the x direction. So finding out the ultimate stress values, which is acting from downwards to upwards towards the raft as a soil reaction, that is average load acting from bottom to top. This is the next step, that the step number 6 for finding out the shear force and bending moment diagram. So for the first strip, this one, the long strip, we can see that we have got what is the column numbers 1, 4, 7, and 10. 10, 7, 4, and 1. These are the 4 columns which are acting on this particular strip. If we see from this side, अगर हम इस strip को इधर की side से देखें जिधर से हमने arrow बनाया है, so you can see there are 4 columns which are acting downward at a distance of whatever distance is from here to here. It is going to be 3.6 plus 3.8. That is 7.4. Then the next one is 7.2. Then again the next one is 7.4. So we have got these distances. And corresponding to the strip number A, C, G, E, what were the values we have found out of the stresses? Let us go back to the solution. This was ACGE. So ultimately, what was our purpose? To find out the average stress, this one. Now here we can see that this is the ultimate stress which is acting from bottom to top, that is beneath the raft surface. That is 47.122 kilonewton per meter square. Now you can convert it also in Newton per mm square if you want, or Newton per meter square as per your requirement. If you are keeping the column loads in Newton, you will have to convert it in Newton. If you are keeping column loads, axial load in kilonewton, you will have to keep it in kilonewton. So we have got reaction which is acting. We have got the column loads modified, these 1, 4, 7, and 10. Let us bring this also into the rectangle. And these are the distances which we have just seen. These are the distances we have seen from one column to another column. I have made the same color so that you should not be confused. These are the basically 3 things we require for plotting the loading diagram, for finding out the bending moment and shear force diagram. Now let us go back to the, so this is, we can see we have got, this is 47.122. This is 47.122 we have got here. But this is stress per meter square. We want load. We don't want stress. What is the difference between stress and load? Stress is equal to load upon area. तो अगर हमें इस स्ट्रेस को यूडीएल में कन्वर्ट करना होगा तो हम क्या करेंगे? Students, please answer. If we want to convert this stress into UDL, what we are supposed to do? क्योंकि स्ट्रेस हमको स्ट्रेस नहीं चाहिए, हमें लोड चाहिए. UDL which is acting from bottom to top as a soil reaction for the stability of the raft. So what will we do? Yes, Ronak.
सर एरिया से मल्टीप्लाई कर लेंगे.
एरिया से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे. It is not actually area because we want to convert it. It is already in per meter square. अगर आप उसको एरिया से मल्टीप्लाई करोगे तो वो किलो न्यूटन में कंसंट्रेटेड लोड आ जाएगा. हम क्या करेंगे, हम इसको 3.1 जो इसका स्पैन है, स्पैन से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे. मल्टीप्लाई विद दिस स्पैन, so it will be converted as a UDL. We will multiply it with this span. So अभी जो आपका एरिया के ऊपर टोटल लोड लग रहा है, जब उसको आप स्पैन की विड्थ से मल्टीप्लाई कर दोगे तो ये कन्वर्ट होके इस एज पे आ जाएगा. नाउ दिस ऑल एज सून एज यू मल्टीप्लाइड विद दिस पर्टिकुलर width, it will be coming on to this edge. Now you can idealize it as a single beam. आप इसको बीम की तरह आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हो like this. This is similarly that you have converted the a surface load into a beam with a particular UDL. Students, is it clear? Yes or no? So whatever pressure we are having, we are converting it as a UDL by multiplying it with the strip width. अगर आपका तो अलग अलग स्ट्रिप विड्थ कौन सी हो जाएंगी हमारे पास सबको कन्वर्ट करने के लिए? दिस विल बी अनदर स्ट्रिप विड्थ from here to here, then another one will be this one from here to here. Sorry, not till here. It will be here because it is of the same span. 3.1, 5.8, 3.1. In the x direction, we are having 3.8, 7.2, 7.2 and 3.8. So these are the strip width which we are going to use for the multiplication of the with the Q ultimate pressure to find out the loading diagram. Now this is our loading diagram. ये आपके जो ultimate factored loads थे, these are those loads which we have seen here. 321, 1285, 1285 and 321. 321, 1285, 1285 and 321 with a UDL from acting from downside. Now if I want to find out the shear force, I will be able to easily find out okay, let me do it another way. Now students, please tell me the shear force at different points. You are third year engineering students. I want to know the shear force at on the left hand side of this particular loading. I have drawn a straight line. I want shear force at this particular value. इस line पर shear force, left hand side of the arrow, what is going to be the shear force value? बताओ भाई. Yes, please. What is going to be the bending moment? What is going to be the shear force on left hand side of this particular point load? And what is going to be the shear force on right hand side of this point load? Just on the left hand side and right hand side. Ronak Afza,
Yes, sir.
what is going to be the shear force on left hand side of this point load? 321.38. Munish Kumar, Jaswinder Singh.
So 605.
First, you just tell me how you have calculated.
सर लेफ्ट साइड करना है ना, तो 121.38 किलोन्यूटन लोड देके तो मुझे स्ट्रेस निकालना है, बेंडिंग मतलब वो डिस्टेंस भी देके है.
हाँ, तो यहाँ पे इसके लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में shear force कैसे निकालेंगे? लोड्स आपको गिवन है जो नीचे से ऊपर की तरफ एक्ट कर रहे हैं, और लोड आपको गिवन है जो ऊपर से नीचे की तरफ भी एक्ट कर रहे हैं. This is the main part of your design. If this is going to be wrong, then entire design is going to be wrong. Because आप ना तो एरिया ऑफ स्टील निकाल सकते हो, ना ही आप डेप्थ चेक कर सकते हो. You cannot do anything. Because there are two main things of the raft design: area of steel and depth. Up till now, what you have done, you have just evaluated this soil reaction from bottom based upon the whatever column loads were acting from above. So now you are having a UDL which is acting from bottom to the soffit of the raft as a soil reaction UDL, and you are having a various factored column loads which are average loads corresponding to the net uh, static equilibrium condition being satisfied. अब मुझे आपसे shear force चाहिए लेफ्ट हैंड साइड पे इस एरो के. Anybody else who would like to try? What is the load which is acting on the left hand side? What is the load which is acting on the left hand side of this point load? This is the sign convention for what? This is the sign convention for what? Shear force. Am I right? अरे भाई आपने सेकेंड ईयर में स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ मटेरियल सब कुछ किया है. शेयर फोर्स और बेंडिंग मोमेंट डायग्राम नहीं बनाया क्या? Okay, on the left hand side, we are having just pressure which is acting from down to up. That is, if we go by this particular sign convention, it is going to be positive. So just on the left hand side, we are having 146.08 kilonewton per meter as a UDL. इसके अलावा तो कोई चीज एक्ट नहीं कर रही लेफ्ट हैंड साइड पे. बताओ और कुछ एक्ट कर रहा है? So in that case, the pressure which we are having is 146.08 kilonewton per meter into this particular distance, which is 0.2 meter. So if you multiply it with 0.2, what is the value you are going to get? It is going to be 29.216. 29.216. Here you can see it is the value is 29.216. Now, when we have got the sign convention here, what is going to be the value on right hand side of this particular point load? Please don't be that mum and hush. Say something. What is going to be the value on the right hand side of this particular point load? Ronak Afza?
Yes, sir.
What is going to be the value on right hand side of this particular point load corresponding to shear force? SFD BMD बनाया है ना आपने सेकेंड ईयर में? So as we move immediately to the right hand side of this particular point load, the point load which is acting from top to bottom comes into picture, usually as we do in shear force diagram. So plus 29.216, the value we have got here, but this is acting when we move to the लेफ्ट हैंड साइड, बिकॉज जब हम इसको इधर शिफ्ट करते हैं, इसको हम इधर शिफ्ट कर देते हैं अगर, तो ये आपका लेफ्ट हैंड साइड हो गया. जब लेफ्ट हैंड साइड हो गया तो अगर एरो नीचे की तरफ है तो एज पर साइन कन्वेंशन, एज पर दिस साइन कन्वेंशन, इट विल बी माइनस. एम आई राइट?
Yes, sir.
So plus 29.216 minus 321.38. Let us see what is the value.
292.
Yes, 321.38 is equal to 292.164. This is the value which we will be getting. On the same line you can see. So we will be having Students, is it clear? On the same line on this left hand side and right hand side, this is going to be the variation of the shear force. Now according to the UDL in between, again if you take left hand side, just the left hand side of this particular point, if you take a value just on the left hand side of this particular point load here, can you tell me the answer? What is going to be the variation? You have to just remember the sign convention of the shear force. You have to the span 7.2 मीटर जो आपका UDL है, 7.2 मीटर स्पैन है, उस पे जो UDL एक्ट हो रहा है, that is acting as a shear force from bottom to up. Am I right? And it is acting upward. That means it is positive. So if you add on to it, again we can see 146.08 into 7.2 meter. Let us say what the value comes up. Plus 146.08 into 7.2 is equal to 759.16. So it is the value 759.618. Is it okay, students? Now when we shift to exactly onto the right hand side of this point load, again it is acting downward, so it will be minus. So we will subtract minus 1285.5 minus 1285.5 is equal to minus 525.888. So you can see this is the value, minus 525.88. Similarly, you will add this particular span UDL acting till here, and then you will subtract this point load, then you will get this value, and then you will add this UDL because it is acting from bottom to top. It is positive as per sign convention. So you will get the shear force diagram. Now similarly, if we want to draw a bending moment diagram, on this particular point we can see only the soil pressure acting from downward is available for our BMD calculation. So we know every UDL acts at the center of its span. So it will become 0.1 meter. So what is the intensity? Intensity is 146.08. 146.08 into 0.2. हमने 0.2 से इसको मल्टीप्लाई किया तो क्या मिला हमें? पॉइंट लोड मिल गया. हमने यूडीएल को पॉइंट लोड में कन्वर्ट कर दिया. नाउ we know that it is located at the center of the UDL span on the left hand side of the point load, 321.38 kilonewton, which is 0.2 meter. उसका half कितना होगा? 0.1 meter. So if we multiply it with 0.1, we will get 2.9216. Here you can see it is 2.9216 is the answer. Now similarly, we will be moving from left to right. Again on the left hand side, here we know what is the value. Now again on this particular point here, we do not require taking left hand side and right hand side. We just have to have values on the single points. So I want to have a value on this particular point where I've got a UDL acting on this particular total span and a point load at a distance of 7.2 meter. So what is going to be the value? That is, again, if we take clockwise, because the sign convention for the bending moment diagram is this is the sign convention. This is positive for left hand side and right hand side. So on the left hand side of this particular, whatever is acting upward is going to be positive, and whatever is acting downward is going to be negative. That is why we have taken on this point pressure, we have taken it has been taken as positive. So what is going to be the span? 7.2. Let us do it. 7.2 meter into 146.08 is equal to, this is the total load which is acting at the center. That means 7.4. Total is 7.4, and half of 7.4 is going to be 3.7 into 3.7 is equal to this value which is positive. Then we have got a point load which is acting. So minus 321.38 into 7.2. So we will get 1577.6352. So we can check it out, and this is the value we are having. So there is a little bit variation, but this is the value you will be getting. And at the bottom, if you want to, because for flexure, if you want to find out at the strip, so it will be coming 289.24. Similarly, just the way on the left hand side, whatever values you are getting here, because on the left hand side of this particular point load, you have got only two things. One is this one, and then we have got a point load. So if you want to find out for the flexure, let us say if you want to find out exactly at the bottom of the strip, you can also find out at a distance of 3.1 meter. But actually that is span that we have already multiplied and converted into a beam on leftmost edge. So using this method, you have to just formulate SFD and BMD. After finding out SFD and BMD for all the strips, that was actually, you can see here, we were having intensity equal. This intensity, because Q ultimate was not varying from one side to another side. But as we go on the other strip also, you can see it is varying from minimum to maximum. So in this case, we have to draw a uniformly varying load. That is the only difference corresponding to the solution for other strips, that you will have to convert it into a uniformly varying load, and then you will have to solve it using two different steps. You can find out shear force using 1 and 2. तो आप क्या करोगे, सबसे बेस्ट मेथड है, इसको आप दो पार्ट्स में कन्वर्ट कर लोगे, एक रेक्टेंगल और दूसरा ट्रायंगल. This going to be rectangle and this is going to be the triangle, to find out the shear force and bending moment values.